Florida's condo market is in crisis. Owners are facing skyrocketing fees, special assessments, and insurance hikes they never saw coming. Buyers are hesitant, and older buildings are struggling to stay afloat. If you own a condo or you're thinking of buying one, you need to know this. The reality of Florida's condo crisis in 2025 and what you can do to protect yourself. This all started in 2021 with the tragic collapse of the Surfside condo that killed 98 people. It was a wake-up call, and investigations revealed that many older buildings were improperly maintained and associations had little to no money set aside for repairs. Lawmakers responded with strict new condo safety laws. And here's what these changes mean for condo owners and associations. One of the most substantial new requirements is the implementation of milestone inspections. These are mandatory structural inspections for older buildings that are 3 stories or taller. These inspections assess the safety and integrity of buildings, load-bearing walls, foundations, and critical structural elements. It affects buildings 30 years or older, and they had to undergo their first milestone inspection by December 31st, 2024. Buildings located within 3 miles of the coastline must complete their first inspection at 25 years old instead of 30, and after the first inspection, buildings must be re-inspected every 10 years. If a building fails inspection, it may require extensive repairs, which could lead to costly special assessments for unit owners. If structural issues are deemed severe, the building could be condemned, forcing residents to vacate, as it was the case for residents at Heron Pond in Pembroke Pines, where last August the condo complex was deemed unsafe and they had to vacate. Let's watch this.
Apartment complex are stunned. They came home to find signs on their doors telling them they have a month to evacuate their homes.
Now, this comes after engineers deemed all 19 buildings to be unsafe. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister spoke to Word residents.
Support beams like this one holding up the building, rotting wood, and overall dilapidation can be seen in this unit and many others throughout the Heron Pond condos. Residents tell me they're shocked and they have nowhere to go, and they say that these buildings have been falling apart for months.
Danger, unsafe, violation. These are just some of the words you'll see on signs posted on every unit's door at Heron Pond condos.
And the case of Springbrook Gardens in Fort Lauderdale, where residents were forced to leave after the building was reported unsafe.
Must they leave or can they stay? These are questions facing residents of one Fort Lauderdale condo after their building was deemed unsafe. Here is CBS News Miami's Nikaya Carrero.
The door is locked here at Springbrook Gardens and an unsafe building notice is on the entrance. This after residents were given till 5 p.m. today to get out. Residents at Springbrook Gardens are packing up years of their lives and told they have to go. This comes after an engineer told the city's building department to revoke the 70-year-old building's safe for occupancy letter.
It said the building's going to fall down. And it's condemned.
The building sits on the intercoastal. Residents were told their beautiful view of the water is part to blame for the deterioration of the building.
Reality is not every owner has the luxury of having $100,000 to $200,000 set aside to cover assessments. So what's going to end up happening is, well, we'll see developers giving an option to buy out these poor owners, knock down the building and build a new one. This brings us to the second major change in Florida condo law, the reserve fund requirements, and it mandates associations to have reserve funds for items identified in the milestone inspections. It addresses how associations can handle the reserves as well. Previously, a condo association could vote to waive or reduce reserve funds, the money set aside for major repairs. Under this new law, this is no longer allowed for critical structural elements such as roof, foundations, load-bearing walls, plumbing and electrical systems, fireproofing, and safety systems. Again, it affects all condo associations in Florida with buildings 3 stories or taller. Any building that has not been properly been reserving funds must now start fully funding them as of January 1st, 2025. Many associations never saved enough for these long-term repairs, and now they're being forced to fully fund reserves, leading to higher HOA fees and special assessments. This has been especially difficult for retirees and fixed income owners who weren't financially prepared for these sudden changes. With all these new laws in place, insurance companies are reevaluating condo buildings based on their maintenance history and structural integrity. As a result, some buildings can't get insured due to failing inspections or lack of repairs. Premiums have doubled or tripled in many buildings, and associations must prove they meet new inspections and reserve funds requirements to secure coverage. Without insurance, buildings risk financial instability, lender issues, and even potential foreclosure. Owners may also have difficulty selling their units if their buildings don't meet insurance and safety standards. These rules are meant to keep people safe, but they come at a huge financial cost for condo owners. Florida is experiencing a condo glut, with 31,023 condo units currently for sale across the state. Shockingly, nearly 70% of these, over 22,000 units, are in buildings that are 30 years or older. This oversupply is hitting hardest among retirees and fixed-income condo owners who plan to live in their homes forever. Now they're facing impossible choices whether to absorb skyrocketing costs, take out loans, or sell at a loss in a market flooded with aging properties. So what can be done? If you're a condo owner or a buyer, here's what you can do to navigate this crisis. Condo owners, review your building's financials and future assessments. You can talk to your HOA board about funding strategies. Stay informed and engaged with your local legislators, as there are ongoing discussions about potential legislative adjustments aimed at providing financial relief. You can also look up Miami-Dade. There's a special assessment of relief. You can use the link below in the description for that as well. Explore refinancing options if costs are overwhelming, and if selling, work with a realtor who understands the laws, the new laws. For buyers, research condo associations, look at the reserves, past assessments, and recent meeting notes. Prioritize newer buildings or well-maintained associations. And finally, work with a knowledgeable realtor to find financially stable properties. The Florida condo market is changing, no doubt about that, but it's not all bad news. Well-maintained buildings will become safer and more valuable in the long term. If you're smart about where you invest, there are still great opportunities. The key is being informed and acting now. Now, as a realtor and now being on the buyer side, I would want to see all documents, everything, not just the financials, but also the research study reports, assessments, everything. And if you're not using a real estate agent and want to buy a condo, you're in for a ride. So do yourself a favor and hire at least an attorney, because there are so many holes within condo docs that you might not even realize, between bylaws, CCRs, rules, regulations, can't do this, can't do that. You're responsible for this and for that. There's a new assessment. Who pays for it? It's crazy. So you want to make sure you cover all the bases. Well, that's all for today. I am Paola Barrientos, your agent in Boca Raton. If you like this content, hit like and subscribe for more. See you around.